Write the significance of a plus and a minus sign shown in representing the orbitals. That's very cute. Actually, plus and minus sign is not the charge by any means. Orbitals always contain electrons. Electrons are always negatively charged. But when we draw an s orbital and we put a plus sign, it just represents phase of the wave function. See, electron can be imagined as a wave. If it can be imagined as a wave, and if you use your knowledge of physics and waves, every wave can be written as a mathematical function, yeah, and it can be attributed with a sign also, a positive sign or a negative sign. To give you a very simple example, say if you had this old rudimentary stupid wave like this. Say if the displacement is above, you say it is positive. If the displacement is below, you say it is negative. That is simple one-dimensional string wave as you talked about in physics. So it does not mean that there is any charge there. No. From the mean position, if the displacement is on one side, we say it is positive. On the other side, we say it is negative. That's it. Right? An electron is imagined as a 3D standing wave. What? An electron is imagined as a 3D standing wave. Now, this is actually a complicated statement. We will not imagine much. We will just take it as it is. And just like we had plus and minus in the waves, indicating just the direction of displacement and nothing else, we could have plus or we could have minus, both the signs. And always remember, if there is overlap of orbitals having same sign, this means constructive interference, and this will give me what you call as bonding orbitals. Both are positive, constructive. Both are negative, then also constructive. They will add. The problem arises when one is positive and one is negative. Then there is destructive interference, and then they cancel each other, and you get an anti-bonding orbital. Right? So, plus and minus signs are just the signs of wave function, and they have nothing to do with charges. I'll give you example from p orbitals also. And whenever you have a plus sign and a minus sign, always remember in between you will have a nodal plane where the probability of finding electron will be 0. Right? This is a p orbital for you. If you want to take a d orbital, I'll show you a d orbital also. It goes like this. You have 4 lobes. And don't you forget that these are nodal planes like this. If this is x-axis, this is y-axis, then there comes z-axis. XZ and YZ planes are the nodal planes where the probability of finding the electron is 0, and these are the signs. This is not, there are not 4 orbitals. This is one d orbital. That's it. It is simply dxy. Right? So the sign of a wave function is reflected by plus and minus signs, and it does not stand for charge of electron. Electron always carries a minus charge only.